May the 31st, 2025. Guys, a quick update. We've got tracking on two different sets of coronal mass ejections. First one here is the one we tracked this morning, and very powerful storm incoming around, according to this, around 7 p.m. Eastern Time this afternoon, 00 hours on June the 6th. UTC time is midnight there. Take 5 hours off of that, and you got 7 p.m., right? Here's the second one. Now, it left about 0600 hours. The one we just saw left around 0400 hours. But look at the chart. The green line where it says Earth plasma density is a brick wall. Look at that. Look at the speed, 1,000 kilometers per second, guys. It's going to jump from 600 in that brick wall impact to 1,000 kilometers per second. You realize how fast that is? Look, this is the chart on the converter. 2,236,936 miles per hour. Not 1 million, 2,236,000. And again, brick wall impact on the plasma density at the top, going from almost 0 to about 47, 48, and that's centimeters cubed. And now 4101 and 4090 are both beta, gamma, delta, but all three at the top are growing. The 4099, 4101, 4100, and the 4104. That's the four you're seeing in this left quadrant. They're all growing. They're all magnetically capable of X-flares. Now, here's the chart. Since the last video, we had this one strong flare right there. And that's just adding into the impact of what we're dealing with. Continuous bombardment. We know we got a G4 storm coming in a couple of days, G3 tomorrow, G4 the next day, but that's before the last few events. And looking at it from the SDO, you can see the last event also. You can see that large flare, but right there in the last couple of frames as it goes through on the timestamp, you'll see that, and you saw the peak there on the radiation spike. Check that out right there. And one thing I want you to notice right here, we're going to look, this is called the 335 camera, blue, and we don't watch it a lot, but in this one it's very interesting because the large flare we see here, the first one today, the large one, it energized the sun's atmosphere, guys. Watch this, and cleared out some of the magnetic canopy. This is a coronal hole. You can see all of this kind of trying to form over it and close that hole. Watch what happens. Bam, cleans that out again. So it gives you an idea of science of how some of these coronal holes are formed. And you can see the energy here. That last few frames here is that new flare right there. Man, cleaned it out. That's amazing to see this. Now, guys, we got, so if the timing's correct, we have, it is 2:16 p.m. now, so less than 4 hours impact from that first one. And with that impact time, it's going to be pretty much a U.S.-based event. Of course, a little harder on the West Coast, maybe as far as directly sun-facing at noon, but look at this. Again, that was Mercury. You saw it earlier. You're seeing the very last flare also in this image. But again, it's been a long time since we've seen 2.2 million mile per hour solar winds. And I know I'm doing some updates on this a little more than usual, but it's different. They're very strong, and we're not sure of what's going to happen because of the continued bombardment. And we saw 2 CMEs in the model, but there's been 4 or 5, and that's just how these models are. They'll pick up a couple, maybe. But the first one that came up this morning on the first video, when I went to the label to enter into looking at the CMEs, it said no CMEs noted until I clicked on it. So remember that on Solar Ham if you ever see that. And it was one of the largest ones we've seen of the solar cycle. Again, just a quick update on the impact times. The second flare, guys, if you noticed, was about 1,300 hours. The brick wall one, right? So they're 13 hours apart. One coming in at 0 hours UTC time, one coming at 1300 hours. So if the impact is correct, the timing at 7 p.m. this afternoon on the East Coast, then it would be 13 hours later, would be 8 a.m. on the East Coast for the second impact. So, guys, it's going to be quite a wild ride. And it's how do you prepare? I mean, I'd say stay out of the sunshine as much as you can. You can divert some of the radiation away from your body. And, of course, for all of us that feel these impacts, it's best to stay cool, hydrated, and out of it, and get your work done early. We finally got some grass cut after about a week of torrential rains. Now we're in here in the air conditioner, cooling off. All the pups they're fat and sassy and sleeping, and a couple of them growling in there if one of them rubs up against the other one. But it's pretty laid back right now, kind of like the calm before the storm. But guys, what we'll do is we'll go to the solar wind speed chart this afternoon, around that time, maybe an hour before the estimated impact time, and start watching it. And what we'll see on that satellite model is a very quick rise starting in the solar wind speed, the density, and the temperature. Now, what we don't want to see is a big wide opening in the shields at that time, but with that type wind speed, guys, it could really blow it wide open. But we're going to be there, and we're going to be watching all of that. We may go live and just kind of go through the event. It's kind of hard because, remember, they forever have given us a plus or minus 7 hours of window of impact time. This one's moving very quick. So it's, again, we're dealing with some unknown factors here. This many in a row, this powerful. So, again, all we can do is prepare, watch it, and hang on. Again, we're watching it. Guys, you watch it. It's a heads up. Be safe.